Hey guys, Jared here, and welcome to another installment of I Play Your Games. You know, app developers make more than games, you know. Didn't really think about that when I created the series. Welcome to my new series called I Check Out Your Apps. So yes, I check out apps too, so if you have any apps that you want to send in, be sure to send them in the comment section down below, and I download pretty much all of them. Either way, I have 9 apps that I'm going to be checking out today, and if you want to check them out yourselves, they'll be in the description down below. But before we do that, I have 2 announcements to make. So, I'm probably going to extend the 2-week challenge just by a day or 2, but either way, if you have a project, send it in as soon as possible. And I'm delaying it because of this next announcement. So for the next 2 days, I am going to be teaching in the Swift Tutorial Conference. So if you don't know what that is, it's an online conference that it is absolutely free to attend. And we're having lots of awesome people to come and teach people how to program with Swift. Again, it's absolutely free, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and do so. There'll be people like Brian Advent, Coding with Chris, bunch of other people. The conference starts tomorrow, September 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and it ends at the end of the next day. I'll be teaching how to do SiriKit, and if you want to know my schedule, check out the link in the description down below to see all the scheduling for myself and all these other awesome people. Either way, I'm super excited for this event, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now to the games! So the first app I want to check out is called Spinny Monster. So here's how you play. You say tap to start, and then you're always trying to match up this little drop that's coming down with the corresponding monster. So I have some yellow dots coming. Oh, I gotta get that blue dot. So on and so forth. And the dots keep coming faster and faster, so you need to be on the edge with everything that's coming. And then you can also select a dark mode or a smiley face mode if you just want to have those smiley faces and not monsters. It's kind of cool how you can edit the interface accordingly and stuff like that. So overall, it's a very simple to do application. You just have drops falling and you're moving this ball around. It's a very simple application. But one of the things that I think keeps me and other people drawn into this application is the design of it, because you want to feed the monsters their drops and stuff like that. It just makes the gameplay more interesting than here's just a normal circle and here's some normal dots falling down upon some squares on the circle. What am I saying? Because it does sell your application to people. So if you're going to make a simple application, try focusing a lot more on the design of it and try to make that as good as possible and the user experience as good as possible. Let's see if I can get better than 21. I got to 20, come on. Now one last thing to pretty much all developers, with ads you want to be very scarce on them, because if you have an ad playing after every time you die, it makes people want to get out of the application faster. So what you want to do is maybe after every 5 times they die, then you want to play an ad, or something like that. Great job on Spinny Monster, it's awesome. Alright, continuing in the monster route, we're going to be checking out another app called Little Monster. So this one, kind of like the last one, takes a very simple concept and makes it fun and interesting because of the design and the way that you interact with the game. Let's go ahead and check it out. So here we have it, we press play, and what you're going to do here is you swipe left, right, down, or up. This is just the waiting room right now, but actually to get started with the game, you just need to go ahead, swipe up, and then as you can see there's lava coming, and you need to find your way to the nearest exit. I'm trying to talk and stuff, so I wasn't playing the game properly. Let's go ahead and say play again, go up, and let's find our way to the nearest exit as fast as possible before the lava comes. As you can see, it's just a quick reaction kind of game, like, oh, the lava's coming from there, and we need to find our way out the door. So there you have it, you're in a room and the lava is coming to get you, so you need to find your way out to the nearest door. And you also have these power-ups right here, so you can freeze time a little bit. So you can freeze time, and then you can go on to the next room like so, if you're having a struggle. But either way, there you have it, that is Little Monster. You can actually go ahead, check out your person, and there's also these other monsters that you can buy. I will say that some of their aspect ratios look a little bit off, so you might want to look into that to the developer. Just try and get the aspect ratios of your monsters a little bit better. As well as I can notice that there's some squishing going on between some of these buttons that are going on as well. Check that out. But either way, that is Little Monster, a fun, simple game that you can go ahead and try out yourself. let's go ahead and move on to the next game, and this is called Color Twin. Alright, so let's go ahead and play this game. So here you have it. We have dots that are coming in, and what you're trying to do is find twins to dots and matching them up as fast as possible before they fill the whole screen. And eventually you get introduced new colors and it goes faster. Stuff like that happens as you're playing the game. It is quite hard to do, but it is a fun game nonetheless. As you can see, they're just popping in like crazy, and yeah. Okay, so you'll see as I get to 20 or some other scores, it gives you a small break, which is quite nice, but then you just gotta get back right into the thick of it again and let it not fill the whole screen. Yeah. But either way, there you have it, that's Color Twin. I think it's a very fun game. It keeps you on your toes, it's nicely designed, great job. Alright, so this next one that we're checking out, mainly for the heck of it, is called Space Llama. We're gonna go ahead, press play, and essentially you're this llama flying through space, and you're trying to collect all your llama space dolls. And you're trying to avoid these giant comets that are flying through space, so you don't want to get hit by them. Now, one thing that you can do is you can collect these, and you can actually bounce off the top of some of those meteors. It's just when you hit it full face on that you do get destroyed, like so. But you want to essentially collect as many of your llama dolls as possible. Now, one thing that I do have for the developer is work on some of the gameplay, make sure that the llama can't fall off the map, otherwise it just gets a little bit confusing. And also I'd work on some of the design aspects of this. Your llamas look awesome, but some of the other elements inside of your game just look a little bit out of place. I'd work on making some icons for the play and shop buttons and so on. Now, one thing I want to point out is that if you click on the shop button right here, you can shop for other llamas. And it also looks like my llamas aren't being saved as I collect them. So although your game is just fun to play because it's a llama flying through space, you might want to work on some of the aspects such as collecting llamas and also the shop. Either way, I thought it was a fun, charming little game, so good job on it. Alright, so this next app that we're checking out is called Divided. Okay, so here's how the game works. You're trying to divide this number as many times as possible before... Goodness, I can't believe I just said 25 divided by 2. Sheesh. Okay. Alright, so this is how the game works. As the ball is falling, you're trying to divide it as many times as possible as it can, and you have all these options down here, like so. So now you have 70, and you're trying to divide that by, say, 2, then you can divide that by 7, then by 5. You have these choice numbers down here, and you're just trying to divide that as many times as possible, and the ball keeps falling faster. It's just a great way to learn how to divide things, especially if you're like elementary school. It's kind of just a fun game to learn how division works. Great job on it, it was awesome. Then the next game that I have here is called Asteroids, which, again, great design. So we can go ahead, say start, and what you want to do here is you say get ready, tap to start, you tap left or right to move, and you essentially have to tap really fast. It's not like a click or drag the spaceship kind of game, you just gotta tap really fast. And it makes the game challenging, and it's also what's making this game so fun. And also, as you can see, there's aliens coming in, and what you want to do with them is pick them up and they'll give you some extra points and an extra life. Now, let's continue, and it looks like I died. So one thing I have for the developer is make sure that doesn't happen. Make sure the game is actually paused in the background so I don't die like that again. Thanks. If you're just playing that normally, that kind of thing wouldn't happen, but I was explaining things, so it did happen. Essentially, you get the gist of the game. You're dodging asteroids, as the name implies. Again, great job on the game and the graphics in it. Alright, so our next game is called Poke. Now, this might be my favorite, like, interacting with a game, because what you can do here is, let's go ahead and play it. So you tap on the edges of the ball to move the ball, and it applies an impulse accordingly. And what you're trying to do is reach the finish in the littlest amount of taps possible. So let's go ahead and play this. And you're just trying to reach the finish line in as little pokes possible. I made 5. Then we move on to the next one, and as you can see, the obstacles get a little bit harder, and yeah. No, dang it. Okay. No. Through the hole. Through the hole. Thread. Yay. No. Okay, good. 18 pokes. Is that good? Then this is level 3. Come on. Are you serious? Come on. Up. There we, no, up. There we go. And up. There we go. Either way, I like how the interaction is where you poke the sides of the ball and it moves accordingly. Great job on that. But anyway, there you have it. That's Poke. It's a fun game. Awesome fun game. Now, the next one that I have here is called Drop In. And essentially what you're trying to do here is you're a little butterfly and you're trying to avoid all the drops that are coming in here. For some reason, this butterfly is surrounded in a box of spikes and you're just trying to fly and also dodge raindrops as they're coming through some of those things. And also you can collect flowers and diamonds with that butterfly as you're flying around the space. So let's go ahead and try playing this again. So and you don't want to fly too close to the top because you don't get enough warning when a raindrop is happening, but yet that is also if you're trying to like get some points, they're sometimes up there, so it encourages you to get in risky situations, which I think is a very fun aspect of the game. And you're just trying to get the best high score possible. My high score is 19 on this game. I think it's a really fun and addicting game. Go check it out yourselves. Again, that was Drop In. Another thing that you can do is you can select a certain butterfly. You can buy it for all these diamonds that you're collecting, as you can see. And yeah. But anyway, there you have it. That is Drop In. It's a very fun game, very addicting. It's awesome. And then our last game here is going to be called Quiz Ruler. So this one is probably the first app-like game featured in the series, so I wanted to feature it. So essentially, this is kind of like a trivia crack kind of game. You can sign in and play with multiple people, like you see right there. I'm actually not going to play with multiple people, so I'm going to go back over here. Let's pick a topic to play in, and we can do football. Which player holds the record for the oldest ever to appear in a World Cup? I don't know my football. I'm sorry, why did I pick football? That was probably a very bad idea on my part. Oh, football. Football. You European people always confuse me with your football. It's American football. But yeah, you can go through here, you can learn about amino acids and amides. It's a fun way to learn just going through a quiz, you know? You can face other people, rank your scores. Amino acids contains two groups, so what are they known as? They are known as bifunctional, because two groups. Makes sense. The suffix of amino when naming an amino acid is always the name of the carbon chain. I feel like it's the shortest. No, dang. I knew it was based on length. Okay, pH at which amino... Jared 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I just created an account, so now I can play multiplayer. So we can go ahead, pick topics, you can find friends. You don't have any friends, that's mean. And if you want to invite your friends onto the game, you can add your friends, you can search them, and so on and so forth. You can search the topics, go home, and we can also play a random person right now. Now, I'm not too sure if too many people are actually playing this game right now. So yeah, a lot of people I don't think are playing the game right now, so if I were to say play now, we need to pick a topic. I'm going to pick computer knowledge. We need to wait for a player to join with us, or if you can just switch right into play single player mode. Now, it didn't seem like anyone was playing computer science with me. Now, one thing I want to point out, and I think this is one thing that makes Trivia Crack so successful, is that you can submit and also rate questions as they're coming in. So one thing I want to point out with this quiz application, you want to make sure that questions don't repeat themselves. So as long as, if you have like thousands upon thousands of questions in this app, I only tested a few of the subjects, and it seems like some of the questions do repeat. So what I would do is try to make as many questions as possible by either having people submit it or just gathering it yourself. Just try and make it so people don't get bored of the same application. Either way, great job on the application. It's cool how you can do multiplayer in a quiz game and kind of compete against Trivia Crack. Good luck with that. And again, you can send challenge requests, so if you want to challenge me, go ahead and download the application and I might face you. Either way, that does it for this version of I Check Out Your Applications. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was one of my most requested videos to follow up on, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Either way, have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, I have a lens cover on this thing, so it didn't exactly cover properly. Bye.